time is it?
It's Tuesday night, 10 p.m., and this is the C3 Podcast.
I guess you've heard of my reputation. I've had my share of fooling around. But everybody needs stimulation.
That was me singing, by the way.
I had fun, man. Just out, you guys joking. We working out at the same time, putting the work in as a team. Like I said, man, I'm just glad to be with the guys,
My favorite night of the week?
Good Lord, it's a good day to be a Panthers fan. And we the best. You heard them. You heard them say it. We are the best, Joe. And we put it on them right. Hey, what's the deal, Panther fans? It's your boy, the Professor, a.k.a. Tony Dunn. This is the C3 Podcast, brought to you by CarolinaCatChronicles.com, where every Tuesday night we chop it up, the latest Panther news and opinions from the fan perspective. This week we've got some special guests. I'm here back. He's back from the dead. Chocolate Wonderland. Willie, man, it's so great to see you back on the show.
Man, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here in more ways than one. But always love being on Catch Chronicles. Let's get it popping.
We also got Tripp Morgan in the house. I was watching the game this past Sunday with Tripp. We were having fun, and then we weren't.
Very quickly. Very quickly. We were dabbing again, and
we were celebrating.
And then we dabbed right out the front door.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. All right. Tonight's show, guys, is Dreams Savaged by the Kansas City Chiefs. This is episode 16.41. And this week's show is brought to you by PSL Source. This is the place to go if you want to buy tickets or on the ticket exchange for single games. But even better, what this is an auction for your personal seat license. So you could either sell, which that would be pretty lame, but people are selling their PSLs and you could buy them on a discount. So go check out PSLSource.com. All right, guys. Big shout out to Joe Riolano, who is in the hospital tonight. Get well, Joe. And we are going to commiserate for you tonight. Guys, the Panthers fall again by 3 points with a last-minute field goal by the Kansas City Chiefs. I think I read this, and this did not make me feel any better. If the Panthers if you count how many games that they've lost by 3 points, and you turn those into wins, they would be 7-2 right now.
Oh, yeah.
So, Willie, did you about fall back down dead after this one?
I damn near went to go meet Elizabeth, man. It was I don't know how I'm still here. This loss hurt bad because we had everything lined up. It was lined up. The Falcons slipping and sliding like we thought they would. They some fraudulent fakes. And then the Saints go. And then the Saints went out there and did what the Saints do.
Yeah, and we blew it. We absolutely blew an opportunity. And this is why I'm calling the show Dreams Savage by the Kansas City Chiefs, is that you're at a point right now where every moment we have found some glimmer of hope. Right? We found an opportunity. We could say this is, all right, it's a bad start, but if we can pull things together after the bye week, if, you go out there and you win this game and then you lose this game, and then we're always flip-flopping and trying to find something, and then this time we just flip-flop right on out of the ocean like we're dead fish. The idea is that I'm just sad because you know what I'm most sad about is that there's still damn hope.
Yeah, that's my exact point.
Is that wrong? I mean, Tripp, what is this? Is Thursday? How am I sad that Thursday night against the Saints, if we win, which I think we really could and really will, we're right back in this, aren't we still?
Yep. Most certainly so. That's just it. We're doing the color to add a little bit more hope to that. we're doing the Color Rush uniforms Thursday night. We did that for the first time last season on a Thursday for Thanksgiving, and you know how that game went. Maybe it'll go the same way. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's. I mean, it's like Willie was saying, man. You looked at everything, and finally everything was lining up this weekend. You remember at Tiebreakers, we were watching each TV with the Falcons and the Saints game right on each side of the Panthers game. We were like, this is perfect. This is exactly what we needed. And then as everybody else started to pull away, we started to give up our lead. And it was like it just couldn't – just the pieces would not align. But, yeah, I mean, we're 2 games out with 6 to go, I think, isn't that right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot that could happen. The Saints and the Bucks, I think they both got the Seahawks left, don't they?
Saints.
Yeah, we got to play the whole division.
No, the Bucks got the Seahawks.
The Bucks got the Seahawks. Oh, we got them too. The Saints, Seattle. That's not.
The Saints beat the Seahawks. Yeah, the Saints.
And we got Oakland. And we got Oakland. And we got the Chargers, which that you can handle that.
And
I'm scared of the Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers could be. Chargers are always going to be tricky because Phillip Rivers is one of those quarterbacks come out and just dice you up any day.
You just don't know. But I'm going to tell you, I'm kind of confident with the Raiders. The Raiders really don't have much of a defense. I'm not taking none away from them. I'm over here by Oakland pretty much. That's a good football team.
Yeah.
But I think with Bradbury, Worley, and these guys, I'm not saying they Deion Sanders, but what I'm saying is I really feel confident going in that game versus the Raiders. Their defense right now is one of the worst in the league.
I'm more worried about going West Coast in that game than I am anything else.
True.
It's
well,
just
you got to go to Seattle too, right? And you got to go to Seattle.
Yeah, like back-to-back weeks, I believe.
But the good thing is we got 10 days to prepare for the Raider game because right now we got this Thursday game with the Saints, and then you got 10 days of rest.
That's a good
for
point.
the Raider game. I think that's I feel confident. How we just got past.
This is bull crap. This is bull crap that we can even feel like this. All right, so here, and just a shout out to people on YouTube. Thanks for commenting. If you are watching now, please join in the conversation as well as you can tweet us using the hashtags C3 or follow us at @cat_chronicles. This is what Kevin Ketchy described the game as. Is he said, well, that game was a giant kick in the balls, wasn't it? And it really was. And now we're still we're getting up and we still got a little anger in us. And then we get this, is that Shaked says what was frustrating about that game was you go into halftime with a 17-0 lead. And he said, who could see the Chiefs making a comeback? We were dominating that game. And is this where the underlying kind of desire for us to find hope? Are we being homers, or is this that, hey, look, you go out there and you lost that game.
Yes.
Like you lost the game away. At no point did they win the game from you, except for maybe you could say 2 plays where 2 guys had stronger will than our team did. Marcus Peters stripped that ball because he wanted it more. And then the other one was Eric Berry, who that dude, beat cancer 2 months ago. Not 2 months ago, but, that guy comes back from cancer and then just beats the whole team. He ran down the field around everybody.
That was so frustrating.
He broke about 55 tackles on that one run.
Yep.
He was running slow as hell. It wasn't like this was some fast and light speed. He was running like his feet was hurting him, and he still got all the way to the damn end zone.
Yep.
It was. And, Tripp, I felt like as we were watching that game, you screamed a lot, even when we were up 17-0 about the tackling of this team.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
We missed
tackling, and that was on defense. That's the sad part.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis, man, it's like everybody's arm tackling, and I just don't know what has happened. And I've seen it a lot in the NFL. It's not just the Panthers, but everybody is about throwing a shoulder into somebody. And these guys are, these are big boys running around. You're not going to throw a shoulder into them and expect them just to fall to the ground because you want to make a highlight hit. It's frustrating.
I truly believe that if you think the Panthers, I think would be considered overall a very young team, right?
Yes, very young. Yes.
Right. So I think, and then to see that we have that this tackling is an issue, I don't think that's coincidental. And what I mean, I think that there's two things that have made the NFL a poor tackling league is that they barely hit in college anymore, right? And with all the with all the spread offenses and things like that, they're not really learning to tackle in college. And then the CBA, they barely even touch each other. You read about the old days, and I don't want to muse about the old days of football, but like you heard about Mike Minter giving dudes concussions in training camp.
Right.
And and so these guys are just coming out there and they almost don't know. I don't know if they don't got enough dog in them or whatever it is, but you're right. They ain't wrapped up.
In the past, Carolina has always, at least this past 2-3 years, we have always been a very good tackling team. We always give up the least amount of yak yards.
Yep.
That has been our MO. Like Alex Smith just now
swarm the ball carrier. Yep.
2-inch passes, and then these guys break tackle. That's been our strong point. That where you catch it at is where you stay. But we have been missing a whole lot of tackles lately. From D-line, even D-linemen are missing tackles.
So even with that, though, this team in that game, we come out there and we completely stop. The Kansas City Chiefs offense had really no chance until they started running the ball. Did you notice that? Is that as soon as they started running the ball more effectively is when the Panthers defense started to cave a little bit. And I think that, in that first half, we were able to go – I think almost that the Chiefs went pass heavy in the first half because they got behind. And then they kind of got more balanced in the second half. But I guess we still stopped them completely. It's not like they were scoring points.
No.
What did they give up?
Offensively, I think we gave up 2 field goals.
6?
3 field goals.
3 field goals, and then they had they got the 6 points on the return touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
A 2-point conversion,
Yep.
So, what are the good? Should we even say what are the good signs about this? I mean,
there's a good sign. There is one good sign. There is only one reason why we have hope. There is only one reason why we're sitting here right now having hope. You know what that is?
What's
play
that?
In the NFC South. We know the Falcons, Saints, and Bucks are absolute dog food. We know that they are going to do all they can to fail, and that's the only reason why. Because right now, had the Falcons been a one-loss team, we wouldn't be thinking right now. We wouldn't be feeling the way we feel. But you look at their schedule and you say to yourself, you know what? There's a little bit of hope.
God, it's so fucked up. It's so messed up.
I actually think the Falcons' offense is obviously they're leading the league in points, so they've got that going. But their offense actually looks really good this year. Matt Ryan's having a hell of a season. But I really think the biggest part is their defense is going to cost them over and over again, and that's where you can see them slip, just like this past weekend. And they still look susceptible to a pass rush. You saw, the Eagles have one of the best pass rushes in the league, and it ate Matt Ryan up this weekend.
And when was the last time they really played a real defense? Let's be honest. I mean, they beat Denver, but Denver had the backup quarterback, which kept giving up the ball 1-2. They just kept throwing it to the running back.
Seattle.
They haven't. And they lost Seattle.
They lost. Lost.
I don't think they really. Carolina have played some really tough defenses this year so far, man. If you look at the top 5, we played at least 3 of them. Okay, we played some really tough. We played the Rams. We played Arizona.
They still got to go to LA.
We played the Vikings. We played Denver.
And we played those teams when they were at their best, too. You played Denver when they were at their best. Defense. You played the Vikings when they were at their best.
Right.
And, I mean, we didn't have to face Adrian Peterson, but other than that, that team was they were kind of still high from getting the
They
same
were healthy.
Bradford trade.
They were healthy.
Yeah.
Right now, they're unhealthy. They're just like Denver.
Speaking of that, some good news, and we'll talk, good news is Ryan Khalil's going to be back this week. Shaq Thompson appears to be coming back. You also get Vernon Butler, who is coming back, I believe. So the Panthers seem to be getting healthy. We still don't know about the status. I don't know anything about the status of Michael Orr. Do you guys?
What I heard is he sees blurry. He went to see another guy today. So what it sounds like he's trying to get back, and that's more than we can ask for. I don't know how serious it must be. Real. It's this the worst case I've heard, But he's trying. It looked like he's trying to get back. That's all I know.
Yeah, so I don't think we can expect him. But
No.
even with that, and Tolbert not being able to block anybody, we had a backup center who was injured. We got there. I would say that for the first 3 quarters of that game, that offensive line played well.
Yeah, without a doubt. Even Darrell Williams, for the most part, I mean, he got owned by D Ford at some point, but I was impressed with Darrell Williams these last couple of games also.
When you saw Cam with time, he was deadly.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was throwing. Well, first of all, kudos to Ted Ginn for catching the football when he threw some dang bullets at that dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, gosh, I thought he was about trying to kill Ted Ginn, and probably trying to get a little revenge for his ass not returning any punts.
None.
And maybe trying to give him a concussion too.
We need to go back in 2015 and find Ted Ginn's balls because there's no aggression in him at all. He left everything in 2015.
He's going out there and he's being a better receiver this year than he probably has ever been. And then we don't need him to be that. We need 50-50 back, and we need a dude that's got some edge and some gumption on damn special teams. And the Panthers, I would say that you mentioned before the show, Willie, you said that you're still happy with Gettleman.
Yes, right? I am. Yes.
And I am as well. I think that he miscalculated in some areas this year, and there's some things to be critical about, but I ain't ready. I mean, I ain't going to be critical of the man that overall that has done so many wonders for the franchise. But where I think that he has missed, and I don't know if it's the coaching staff, I feel like they stick with some of these old hats that they feel good about. Like they almost like their personalities. Ted Ginn's the funny guy in the locker room and fast. I mean, but then Tolbert, these guys are holding on to these positions. Why not let somebody else return some dang punts? We don't got anybody, I guess.
I was going to say, who we're going to give that to?
Burson?
That's where we at. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Definitely not Burson, but I thought Bird shown enough where why not have him as a return man?
He muffed 2 in the preseason though.
And then there we go, man.
Yeah, but he also ran some 50 yards.
I mean, it's the good with the bad, but you don't want to turn the ball over back there either. But daggone, Ginn looks scared to death when he's going to catch the ball now. So I don't know.
He don't even look like he's trying.
Nah, Ginn looked took, man. He looked like I grew up in the hood. He looked like somebody. He just walked on the wrong block. He's gonna figure out how the hell he's gonna get off this block alive. There's no heart, no fire in Ginn at all.
He just gotta get out of here alive, man.
Tell me, Willie don't look like 50 Cent a little bit, man. I swear to you, man.
Yeah, I look. Call me 49 cents.
51.
God, I call him 2 cents.
2 cents.
All right,
2 cents.
All right. So run game here. No run game in this against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well,
what happened there?
Hey, the truth, that's a defense. Okay, with Don Terry Poe, Ford, and them guys. Last week it was, the Rams. You ain't gonna be able to run on everybody, and we gotta understand that. That's just what it is. These teams, we didn't have our center. I think that would have definitely had helped some, but at the same time, you're not gonna be able to run on everybody.
Yeah.
Cam Newton, the leading rusher at 54 yards.
Yeah, I mean it hurts too though because Kansas City's known the last few years they've got a good defense. But this year they are ranked 27th in rush, giving up 124 yards a game, and we didn't break 100 on them. Now, at the end of the game, that kind of changed because of, after that 20-play drive, we had to punt the ball, then we did the pick six, and now, you've got a little bit of time left, and they're trying to force the ball. So, how many times do we even have a possession in the second half? It was like 3, wasn't it? Because we held that first drive
10 minutes.
Like 12 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you the truth. This is what I saw that game. The second half, I seen Kansas City stack the box. And this is what teams been doing. They've been stacking the box. They've been blitzing as many blockers we have, leaving guys one-on-one coverages, and we got everybody going 10 routes or more, and it's killing us, and there is no adjustment to it at all. And this is what teams been doing to us. We don't change, and it's the same thing, man.
Do you think we started to see some adjustment, though, in this game? I felt like we were going and we were using Kelvin Benjamin a little more effectively in just size and matchup, than we have in the past. I didn't feel like he was the one running the deep routes as much. Maybe I'm wrong, but I felt that was our adjustment a little bit. It was just hardly noticeable.
For me, this game, we actually did some slants. I don't know why we're allergic to it, but we did some slants this game, and Benjamin and Funchess was able to, of course, take advantage of it. The game before that, we had the Rams had a 5'8" corner on 6'5", 245-pound Benjamin, and we did not take advantage of that at all. So we did some slants this game. That's something that we should always do, but.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why that should be like the only one you should run.
Yeah, that's Kelvin's best route.
That and the 9 route. I don't see no draw plays. I don't see no sweeps. I don't see no stretches. I seen one screen to the running back. There's no diversity in this game. We came into this. We went to 2016 with the exact same playbook we had in 2015. We didn't accommodate the playbook to fit in Benjamin at all. We have these guys doing the exact same routes, just with different numbers on the field. That's the problem, man.
You're right about that. And it was dynamic in 2015, and it was clicking and working. But at the same time, you got to keep it fresh. You got to keep it fresh, and you got to keep – I don't know. I don't know if it's
Cam
bad.
had more time to throw deep balls last year, too, though.
Yeah, because you know what?
For the most part.
Yeah.
You know why? We were max protect last year. We'll have 2-3 guys go out there and go deep, and it worked. This time, what teams with Denver showed is when you max protect, you blitz everybody. And we just don't do nothing. We don't have nobody on the flats. We don't have no delay routes. We don't do nothing, man. We just doing the same thing. And I know why. I know what the problem is. The reason why this happening because this offense is not Schuler's offense. He's running someone else's offense. He don't know how to make the adjustments. That's why we never had them.
Well, I would like to see some things like Fozzie and Stewart out there, like Cam, Fozzie, and Stewart, and just have each one run the flat. And then have Cam have the option of a screen pass to either or just take it straight up the gut.
Can't do it.
I mean, you can do some, I don't know why things like that are too tough to do.
I don't know what Schuler's doing, man.
He was clicking last year. I feel like what his wrinkle is, like he found, we talked about Schuler 2 years ago, people crying about Schuler's offense and that it wasn't creative enough. And then last year, his wrinkles were that jet sweep with Ted Ginn. Isn't that what that play's called when you get that wide receiver running across?
Right.
So that, and he was calling those runs with Cam Newton just so at the perfect moments. Those were his wrinkles. Now, the thing is that that was like this big evolutionary step for Mike Shula, and he can't take the next one, or he's not taking the next one. He's got to take the next step up and continue to develop and deepen his ability. I guess, though, at the same time, that we do have to execute. You know, and speaking of that, Cam, you know, Cam threw up a prayer.
Yeah.
And
no need for that.
That was really it. We can talk about Mike Schuler. We can talk about this game kind of falls on Cam.
No, it kind of falls on a couple guys. It falls on Kevin Benjamin. It falls on Ron Rivera. It falls on Schuler. It falls on Cam. It falls on Turner. Definitely those guys, definitely.
Okay, I like that. All right, so Tripp, that was good. I can get off it's Cam's fault in a heartbeat. Marcus Peters took that football like it was candy from a baby, and later he described it like shoplifting when he was a kid, and his mama told him he couldn't have something, and he stole it anyway.
Damn shame.
That mess was messed up. And then you get this, I guess the worst news, or even worse to pile onto this, is Andy Lee, the Panthers MVP.
MVP, man.
Yeah, damn, out with a hamstring. And not even just out, on IR. Done.
Yeah, I mean, if you could get fantasy points for punters, you would have this guy. It would be like a second-round pick, wouldn't it?
First round pick.
Yeah, you get that first round pick. You'd be like, there's only like 3 punters in the league that can get me this many points. I could get a quarterback in the 30th round.
Exactly. No, that one could really end up hurting down the road because he's been, huge. What the hell
is? How do you go on IR as a punter? Like, what did he do to his hamstring? Did it snap?
No. What is wrong with kickers, man? You got one goddamn job. You should have one leg bigger than the other. How is a kicker struggling?
You should look like that kid. You remember was it in 50 First Dates or whatever with Adam Sandler? The brother only worked out one side of and took steroids and then only worked out one side, had that giant ass. That's what you should be. And how there aren't more great kickers befuddled. Like there's only 30 punters in the whole damn world. But this guy goes out. By this point, I was starting to get upset, because he goes out and these small things are starting to happen in the game that you go, oh, Lord.
Oh, shit.
Right? You saw it. And when he goes out, I straight pulled the damn Joe Theismann or whatever, or Joe Namath. What was isn't there a guy recently that said, it was Joe Namath when Geno Smith tore his Achilles? And he tweeted out, my man's standing on the sidelines. He don't look like he tore his ACL to me. That's how I was with Andy Lee. I'm like, he's walking around. Like, why can't he get out there and punt the ball? I mean, he's walking up and down the sideline trying to stretch it out. So,
Andy Lee has been so good for us, though. God damn, this hurt, man. And when they had Graham Gano kicking, I had to take more of them goddamn heart pills, man. I was in there shaking like a leaf.
I know. I was waiting for the wide left. Push it right.
Man, but Gano, on top, why? Well, like you're saying, Willie, with these dang kickers, what is it like Gano has only kicked a football one way in his whole life? You know what I'm saying? Like you would think that. I feel like if I was in the pros, we want Cam Newton to be able to thread a needle 70 yards down the field while getting tackled by somebody. And this guy can't punt. They can't punt, kick off, and make field goals.
Can't run down the field. What my problem is, it's not like the goalposts do this like this. The goalposts don't move right to left. It don't do this neither. There is no reason for a kicker to ever struggle like that guy for the Minnesota Vikings.
Blair Walsh got cut. Yeah.
Yo, how, man? How?
Because he sucked. Because they get that head. It gets in their head, dude, and it ruins them. Like
it's a mental thing, that's for sure.
It's like Ted Ginn on the deep ball, bro.
It's like Ted Ginn on the deep ball.
You know it's like that. You know every time.
It's like
time he looks
taking
up
on
at
a
the ball.
short ball, medium ball, deep
Oh
ball.
no! When he's wide open and running
He's thinking
down,
about it the whole way. If I drop this.
yeah, he's like, "That's right." You know, it's like it's the power of positive thinking. The mugs get the yips or whatever it is. But we go and hire somebody. We call some guy up. Who is this guy? Does anybody know his name that we hire? Like, he was eating dinner with his family in Atlanta. I don't trust anybody coming from Atlanta.
Yeah, no, there's some snakes.
Cam. I guess we trust Cam.
Right.
Does anybody know that? Oh, here, let's see this. He's a punter who's never kicked in the NFL.
He's got a funny last name, doesn't he?
Parody, isn't
it? What is it?
Parody.
Parody?
Yeah, I think so.
Something
like
that.
A joke?
I guess, yeah.
Gosh, man. By the way, did you guys see Chappelle on SNL?
With the Negan one? The Negan?
That was so good.
Yeah. The one that he just did the opening and was talking about the election and black people in the White House.
Like white people say, what are those?
He's so funny. My man is so funny. So we got all right, so we got Donald Trump at the White House. We got a punter who has never kicked in the NFL. And the Panthers cannot win any game that they should. AJ Klein is in concussion protocol. So what do we got? We got a Thursday night game. I saw somebody post that tickets. They saw tickets on StubHub
$27.
$27. You saw that,
I
Tripp?
had one. Yeah, somebody.
You know
tagged
why,
me.
man? Because we playing the Saints. That's why. No, it ain't our fault.
I love that.
So it ain't. It's Pallardy. It's Pallardy.
Same thing.
Pallardy. But we gotta call him Parody.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
The Pallardy
Man. Gosh, what?
The
It's
Andy
a joke.
Lee parody.
Hey,
the whole special. Oh, we lost a 4th round pick too.
Who?
When we traded.
We traded for Lee.
Traded Andy Lee for a 4th round pick.
No,
and then he goes and snaps a hamstring.
Wasn't it a 7th or it was a 7th, wasn't it?
Was it a 7th?
Yeah, I thought it was a 7th.
Okay. I'm sorry. I scared y'all.
I hope you're right.
I hope so too. I might be, but it don't matter because I'm gonna tell you why. We got a 1st, 2nd, and 2 thirds. We got 2 third round picks this year.
Offensive line.
No. We need running back, offensive tackle, D lineman, and a safety.
It was a 4th.
God damn it.
All right. We need. So what? Okay. What happened in the Saints game the last time we played? We lost by a field goal, right? What was it?
Right.
41-38.
Well, Graham Gano missed the extra point. I didn't know that.
Graham Gano missed an extra point, and then that's right.
The defense got rammed with like less than a minute to go, and I think it was like less than 50 seconds to go, and the Saints drove down and got in field goal range. I
know. Let's tell the story for real. We had Zach Sanchez starting at corner.
Is he even on the team anymore? Is he still on the team?
Yeah,
I feel like I haven't seen him.
He on the practice squad where he belongs. we had Ted Williams starting opposite of Zach Sanchez, going against Drew Brees with Michael Thomas, Brandon Cooks, Snead, and all those guys. We had Zach Sanchez starting at corner with Ted Williams and Lou Young. We couldn't go in the nickel, so we stood in the 4-3 all game long against Drew Brees. That's why we lost.
Yeah. And what did we give up? 465 yards passing?
I think about 2,700 or something like that.
In 2 games between, and that was just Julio's yards, and we didn't even play him.
Right.
He don't even play for the Saints, and he got 200 yards against us.
He got 300 that game alone on the Saints. He wasn't even on the team. Benet owes us an apology, man.
Ben Wickery, because he got burnt like, but he isn't on the team right now, is he?
No, he got cut
he's
by
still
Miami
always
too.
one. Yeah, they realize he's trash, man.
Gettleman is a cold-blooded mofo like that, ain't he?
Yeah, but we know what? You need that. In the past, we was too damn happy snappy. We get a guy, he give us one good game, we'll sign that one player for 99 goddamn years. I like Gettleman.
Yeah.
I like Gettleman a lot.
99 years.
Hey, let's be real.
Yeah.
Vernon Butler looks for real. Vernon Butler looked like a serious player for us. James Bradbury looks good. Daryl
Worley is
looks
coming.
good.
Worley has made a complete 180 from the first 3 games.
I didn't see him a ton out. Oh, he wasn't out there a ton in this game, though, was he?
Oh, hell yeah. Worley started.
Was he?
Yeah.
I thought it was
yeah,
more
man.
Bradbury and McLean.
No, it was Bradbury and Worley out
Worley's
there.
26. Yeah.
Was Leonard Johnson?
He's a nickel.
Yeah, number 23.
Was he playing? How many? I can look up the snaps. I should be able to look that
Right.
up. But
I know Bradbury and Worley played 100% of the snaps.
No way.
I'm pretty sure that's what I read.
All right, here's the percentage right here.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Where? Oh, he must be at
Come
the
on.
top. You're saying he's at the top.
At
Worley
the top.
played 100% of the damn snaps.
Come on. Come on, Pete.
I don't even remember him.
Yeah.
Coleman played 100%. Worley, Bradbury, Boston played 70. Gosh,
Yeah.
who played? Who didn't play? Like, how you got so many people playing?
Hey, dude, you know what? We held Alex
Ely,
Smith.
Ely about to damn get cut.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We need to talk about that right there. Oh, yes,
All
sir.
right, let's talk about it. He played 23 snaps, 36% of the time. What in the world? The guy that could have been the Super Bowl MVP last year.
Coulda,
dang.
shoulda.
I just don't
Yeah.
understand that. I mean, it was one game, so maybe it's wrong of us to get so hyped up, but it was on the biggest stage. I don't know. That's just hard to fathom. But like
He
I
didn't
said,
get no playing time, though. Is this reminiscent of when they kind of did this to him in his rookie year?
now they played him a lot early on, and he wasn't.
Yeah,
doing
they gave him
anything.
full down time. Yeah, now he's doing.
And they took him off and didn't start him to take the pressure off of him, and he got his first sack. So they started dialing him back. Now he still ain't done nothing the last 2 games. So,
2015, when he was starting, he had like 5 sacks in a row or something like that. Then we got Jared Allen, and then he came off the bench or something like that, whatever how it worked out. He wasn't getting the sacks. I don't know whether he fell in love. I don't know what happened to him. He's trash. And he is the biggest disappointment in 2016. Teams are double teaming our defensive tackles. They chip blocking your boy Charles Johnson, and he's out there and Ely is out there doing absolutely nothing.
How is Charles Johnson playing 77% of the snaps, and he's been on this team for 99 years? And dang, Ely's playing 36. What about this?
What's Addison
Wes
doing?
Horton, he played 64% of the time.
You know, he's our
41
sack leader
snaps.
this year, and he's in a contract year. In the last 2 years, he's in 2014 and 2015, he was our runner-up in a sack leader with 6 and 6.5.
Yep. He's gone, man. You know he's gone.
You know that
Not
there's only 2 defensive linemen that played more snaps than Addison in that game, and that was K'Wan Short and Charles Johnson. Kevin Ketchy, I'm going to check the YouTube content. See? Yep, I didn't even have to look. I pulled up the YouTube comments. I knew it. Kevin Ketchy said, because Tony lit a fire under his ass when I told him he had no motor 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Nice. He remember. See, that's the point right there. But what about the fact that Ely only played 2 more snaps than Wes Horton and 3 more snaps than Vernon Butler?
Yeah.
I guess Addison just straight took the job.
Well, you know we're good. What I saw today. Go ahead, Tripp.
Oh, no, go ahead.
What I saw today, your best friend Ryan Delaire might be returning sometime soon.
I did see
Maybe
that.
he could give us a little more than nothing.
He'll come in there and start more snaps than Ely too.
We need something because our defensive tackles are monsters, man. I love our defensive tackles.
Do you think that? Because Latulele is. I think he's been playing pretty well.
Short too. Short also.
He's coming back on right now. I mean, I think Short has been on the cusp all season long of getting after the dudes that just didn't fall. Just missed them to something to that effect. So those are all good signs. On the other hand, I guess I don't know. I feel pretty good about the way the defense is playing.
I am.
Since the bye week, yes. Yep.
Yeah.
That's true. Since we got Leonard Johnson, right? Since we got Leonard Johnson, that's helped a lot to take a little pressure off and give the younger guys a little bit of ability just to stay outside and be athletic.
And Worley coming into his own. I can't express the turnaround, man, because I'm here to tell you, through training camp and
he was getting late.
The first couple weeks, dude, he looked terrible.
Let me say one thing though. They still give up. They still can't handle the double moves. Neither one of them.
Yeah.
The double moves is still kicking them dead square in their ass. But outside of that, Worley and Bradbury being healthy has changed his secondary. Getting Michael Griffin, Trey Boston, the professor best.
He was still late though. He was still late on all these plays. He was still barely late.
Hey, Boston is playing good though. You gotta tip your hat to Boston, man. He's playing well.
He ain't even from Boston.
He got lucky. Look, let me tell you this: is that if you look at those plays, that I think some of the problems wasn't just our defense being all that great, but Alex Smith and his noodle arm. I mean, them mugs.
He can't throw a deep pass.
He had them beat.
But he never
there was
has.
a couple of times they were straight burnt, and he underthrew. And look, wait for Boston to get over there, but I still feel like he was late to get over there. It's like we can't act like Trey Boston's going to be the answer. Better go ahead and start
about being the
there.
answer. I don't know about being the answer, but I do know he has been playing better. But this game here against the Saints, we're going to win anyhow. They got no defense whatsoever. But this game versus the Saints, we're going to see exactly where our young guys are. Worley, Bradbury, Leonard Johnson, Boston Coleman, and our 3-time Pro Bowl safety, Michael Griffin.
I feel good about again, back to feeling good about the Panthers. We are officially 3-6, and we're sitting here talking about how our players are playing better, this and that. The worst problem we got is Coney Ely. Now, the worst problem we got is 6 losses, and like 82 of them by 3 points. What happened to the Saints? Didn't they lose on some stupid play?
Blocked extra point return.
Right. Yep.
Boy,
good for them.
Boy, good for them. Dagger in your heart.
Go Broncos.
They were playing. What was it? Denver.
Yep. It was at New Orleans.
Yeah, it was in the dome. On the turf, and they still lost.
And Trevor Siemian had 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, and they lost. Yeah, Drew Brees, 2 picks in that game.
Yeah,
he had 300 yards.
And
they only ran the ball for 80.
Who?
The Saints. 80 rushing yards.
The Saints secondary is banged up too, just to let you know. They've been banged up the last 2-3 games.
Yeah, Vaccaro's out, isn't he?
Aqib Talib is out. There's a couple guys out for the secondary.
You put Khalil back in there, and we get time against them. Cam Newton's going to eat them boys.
Chicken.
He's going to eat them up. Yeah, just eat it. And it'll be like a po' boy. One of them po' boy sandwiches.
We could be staring at 5-5.
We could be staring at 5-5, but Kevin Benjamin decides he want to be a goddamn. He was in charity and gonna give the ball to the goddamn corner, man.
He went from predator to prey.
5-5 with the
know,
Falcons sliding.
Yeah. I mean, that game right there was it, and I think that that's where I'm talking about my hopes being dashed, is that it's like, yeah, we're finding all this hope. We're finding all of these things that we're looking at it. And the Panthers are just straight winning these games or losing these games at the last moment, but beating these teams, I feel like. And when it comes to this, is that was the dagger, because I felt like, hey, you come out in that game against Arizona off the bye, you make a little statement, you build on that with the Rams, and this was an opportunity for us really I thought the momentum was shifting.
It was.
Well, I'll tell you,
you know what? All the way until the fourth quarter, it felt that way.
I was so close, and at the end of the second half, when we were up 10-0, I was so close to putting up a tweet about the Minnesota game and how that first half looked the exact same. And we came out the second half and got rolled and gave up the lead. And I said, no, this team looks completely different, and I ain't even going to bother. And then sure enough, the fourth quarter happened. And it was bad.
I said in the half, give me 30 more minutes. I said, coaches, come out and do your thing and making adjustments. And you know what? Just like the Minnesota game, where we completely dominated that team. We didn't make no adjustments. We want to weather the storm. The other team make the adjustments, and we lose the damn.
And the other thing is in the past we've done. I know, and I'm not the only one. A lot of us always felt the same way. We didn't stay aggressive in the second half, and we built leads. And I actually felt like this game, they went aggressive with the play calling, and then we didn't execute it. And that's what sucks the most is we're always saying, hey, keep your foot on the throat. Go ahead and get the extra point in. Don't just run the clock out. And this time we actually tried it, and we couldn't execute it. And that's frustrating.
Darryl Williams gave up. Here's some comments on YouTube. Check this out. First of all, I saw Charlotte Vive jumping in there and said Saints could easily beat us. I don't know about easily.
Do a damn thing.
Mario says Breeze hasn't forgot about that shot KK put on him in that last game. He's going to be ready. He's always ready.
Yeah.
He's always good, Breeze.
As long as Drew Brees is quarterback of that team, I'm never saying they're going to be an easy win. I just can't do it. Their defense is trash, but it was trash last time we played them. But
it's always been.
They got him some weapons. I like my secondary from what it was the last game. Their defense is the same. We're not the same. We're not the same team they played. That's just point blank.
No,
we're not.
You're right. Our defense is playing far better than it played in that first. Like if you can hold them under 30.
Yeah, we got that game easy. We're gonna give them that work, man. They sacrificed right now. They coming over to the bank. We already know what time it is.
From Charlotte Vibe says this. He says, I hope we win, but with Breeze at quarterback and Cam having a career low against the blitz, the Saints blitz more than anyone. All right, so let's bring that up, is that Cam Newton dealing with the blitz hasn't done particularly well, or actually just hasn't done well. Not particularly, just hasn't done well. But at some point, is there any idea, like, it's not just Cam not doing well. And by the way, if you notice, we love some Cam Newton. You can get your I Stand With Cam t-shirt at CarolinaCatChronicles.com, which that's what you need to get. Because it's the dopest shirt out right now. And but look, Tolbert ain't picking up no blocks. You see dudes getting straight trucked trying to pick up some blitzes on this team. I don't think it's our strong suit as a team, not just Cam Newton.
Here's the deal, man. Let's not get Saints defense confused with Arizona, Denver, Minnesota, Rams. I mean, they don't have none of the above. They ain't talented. Come on and blitz. You still 30th. You're still giving up points. You're still giving up yards. We'll see. They barely won at home on the turf last game, and we were wounded. They don't have a Carl kicking for Carl. Go ahead, Tripp.
Yeah, I was going to say, we scored 38 points there. If we score 38 at home, that should be more than enough to win. Saints have never scored high the last, under the Rivera, Cam era and all that. I don't recall them scoring anywhere close to that.
In Charlotte.
Yeah, in Charlotte, right. So if we can score 38 at home, I feel good about it. But like I said, Drew Brees is Drew Brees.
Right.
And, but yeah. I
We
like
got I'm interested in, and I'm going to go research this if I get some time this week, is that when they calculate the Cam Newton against the blitz, do they calculate does it count when you're playing against a team that's a 3-4 and they send that outside linebacker? Is that considered a blitz because he's officially a linebacker?
A blitz consists of, I think, 5 or more guys rushing it. So it doesn't matter whether it's 4-3 or 3-4.
Okay, so it's about how many players are going after him at that time. Okay, so then I was wondering if D Ford and Von Miller kind of inflated those statistics a little bit, but it's hard when you can't even put 7 dudes on the line and stop anybody. Well, until this week, I guess, is that it's part Cam not getting rid of the ball fast enough at times. But I think I saw a story. Black and Blue Review put out a great story this week talking about the difference between taking a sack and getting sacked. And Cam Newton on some of those plays where they ran right past Gronkowski, when they ran right past Darryl Worley, you look back to the Denver games, these guys are going unblocked sometimes. How do you ultimately – that's going to catch up with you at some point. Cam can't – he's going to make mistakes.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
My problem with the blitz, Cam has always really been good versus the blitz. I think I don't see enough options. I see a lot of max protect, and if you max protect, and then you don't have a lot of guys going out for passes. I think we need a better game plan versus the blitz, and knowing that the Saints are weak, knowing that the Saints are going to blitz, I'm assuming our game plan will be good for that.
All right, so we're playing the Saints. We're going to have to. Let's go ahead and because we're towards the end of the show, and we've talked about. I don't think we've missed anything all that much. You guys got any last? I'm trying to see if we missed any major stories. 4 of the 6 Panther losses. I'm just looking at Reddit. 4 or 6 Panther losses have been by a field goal or less. That's pretty crappy.
Yeah, and 2 of them were because of Graham Gano.
Yeah, 2 of them definitely, man.
Oh, well, here, positive note. We didn't even talk about this. Is Cam Newton in this game? Somebody I saw a tweet broke 4 franchise records or something, 4 records in the first half of that game. One of those being the first Panther player to get 20,000 yards and the most rushing touchdowns in Panther history. I know those 2 off the
as
top
a quarterback.
Right. Yeah.
A quarterback owns that franchise record.
That's amazing.
The most rushing touchdowns in our.
All I can say, # I stand with Cam, bro. That's my dude. That's my dude. Even though, and look, I know Chris is over there probably right now going, Cam, that all you do is grovel at Cam Newton.
Oh, I'm a big
yeah, kind of. Cam, yeah, pretty much. So I'm like what Donald Trump accuses every woman of doing when it comes to Cam Newton. But all right, so that's good news. Let's see picks for this week. What's your score, Willie?
All right, I got this game 41-28 Panthers.
Wow, that's right.
That's
I like my man
roll,
on the show.
That's how I roll.
Yeah. All right, Tripp, what you got?
Oh, dude, 31-28.
All right, I'm gonna go. And by the way, you gotta tell us who the winner is.
Oh, Panthers.
Nice. And so you're flipping your script because on Pirate Radio recently, Wasn't it? Didn't you flip? But didn't you pick the other way on Pirate Radio last time? I guess we haven't been on together in a while.
Oh yeah, after the because we played the Saints after we played the Falcons, and we were playing them at New Orleans. Yeah, I wasn't there for that pick, but I would have picked the Saints because our secondary was trash at the time.
Very trash.
Right. The Sean Williams, who runs the Under the Dome podcast, and shout out to them. They had Kyle Turley on, former New Orleans Saints offensive lineman tonight.
Damn, I remember him. He was crazy.
Did he throw his helmet at somebody?
Yeah, he was nuts, dude.
He called Willie a comedian and said he's outside his mind with them points. I'm gonna say
only one.
I'm gonna say surprisingly this game isn't as high scoring as we want everybody to think it will be, because something strange is gonna happen when it comes to the Saints, and we're gonna shut down their offense or something. Yeah, you can call me the comedian on that one, but I felt like and it was Denver, but they did not play well. I mean, they struggled that time a lot in that game. So I think the Panthers are going to hold them under 25, definitely. I'm going to say that the Panthers eke this one out 27. Well, that's still a little. Yeah, 27-20. And so, all right. Ice up picks of the week. I guess I got some.
Oh man.
Yeah, you didn't think about it, did you? Tripp?
I never do, man.
Then do you guys want me to go first, or Willie? You got one.
I got one. God damn it, I got one.
All right, do it.
Mike Schuler, ice your punk ass up. You got a 6'5", 245-pound wide receiver. A 6'4", 232-pound wide receiver. I see no changes from the starters last year, who was 5'10", 180, 175, to the receivers we have now, even though Funches isn't starting at number 2. Have plays that accommodate their skill set. You didn't change or tweak a damn thing. Ice up, Mike Schuler.
All right, my ice up pick, and that goes. I really, you're not the only one that's saying this. There's been a large. He's probably starting to get the most criticism outside of, I guess, anybody right now.
We losing because of the offense.
All right, my ice up pick this week goes to Colin Cowherd specifically, and he left ESPN and he goes and does this show on FS1. I kind of like him sometimes, like he's not like, I've never really just hated Colin Cowherd, but I learned what happens when you have a 4-hour radio show every day and you're a national show and you're on a network that's trying to establish a radio presence similar to the one that they have established in politics by being, Fox News has won in a lot of ways by being much like, and I feel like what they're trying to do is replicate that slightly on Fox FS1 by bringing in Skip now and Colin Cowherd, who goes this week. He said that he is over Cam Newton. And that the whining, the immaturity, and then they went down this list of that, and it's just he's just got to deliver. And they went down this list of quarterbacks that he would now take over Cam Newton. On that list, Andrew Luck. On that list, Marcus Mariota. On that list was somebody. Oh, Dak Prescott, I think, was on that list. Russell Wilson. And I can I'm so mad. I'm not even mad. You and these other people have always done this crap. And where it all comes back to this. If you still want to hang your hat on taking Andrew Luck over Cam Newton, you're a fool. And you look foolish. You just look foolish. And I'm right. I'm not trying to take away from Andrew Luck in this case. Like I've bashed him plenty in my life. But the point is that you are looking at something and being so stubborn. You're just trying to tell me that water ain't wet.
How you gonna tell a man stop whining because he's concerned? I thought this whole thing was about the safety of the players. We don't care about the safety of the players no more?
Yeah. No, it's all bullshit. So to you, Colin Cowherd, and any jackass in the world that can really get behind this idea that Andrew Luck is a better quarterback than Cam Newton, there is no evidence for that. Zero. There is zero evidence for that. Yeah, he's in winning 3 games, and they going crazy. Stupid. So to you, I say ice up. Tripp, do you think of one?
Yeah, I got.
I'm gonna ice you up if you don't got one.
No, I'm gonna ice up some Panther fans. I think is what I'm gonna do. I saw our buddy Zach with the Roaring Riot tweeting out earlier today how it was funny the abundance of Panther fans that are suddenly not going to be able to go on the Roaring Riot away game Tampa trip and represent, Panther Nation and whatnot. And it's funny it happened just after this last game. But look, here's the thing for me. You pull for your team through thick and thin. I understand some of these trips might cost a little bit of money, but if you've already put down your money, you've got most of it paid for. Some of them may have had it all paid for. I don't know. Go. It's New Year's. You got lower level tickets. They have worked their butts off to make this stuff happen. You to work, sit with other Panther fans. The team needs it. You don't know what's going to happen. Heck, come mid-December, he'll probably be selling out the package again if we keep winning. You just never know.
Right.
So
I saw him talking about this trip and Ocean Black. What's her name? You know her.
Blue Ocean.
Oh, Blue Ocean, right?
Yeah.
Blue Ocean. Yeah, she got in there and said something about it to just in passing, and I said, well, you should just put her on the advertisement.
Yeah.
And you might get some of them people changing their mind. Just remember this, folks.
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguar. Hey,
I've got a better
that's
pick
how you
from that, actually.
That's where you get back. You want to get them people that are wavering. Put her on the cover. That's what I say.
That's right.
And that girl, on top of that, the coolest thing is I've seen that girl drinking out a Hennessy bottle before.
Oh, yeah.
Just straight rolling around. She drinks Hennessy.
Yep.
So
she goes hard to paint.
That's a trick. All right, we
got some beautiful Panther fans. I know that for
we do.
Carolina girls.
All right, Willie, tell them how they can. I think she lives in Virginia, though.
Yeah, Washington D.C.
Oh, really? Man, we know where this girl live at. That's messed up. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, y'all guys ain't no joke. God damn.
That's some
Talk
straight.
to her
That's
enough.
kind of weird. I don't even like that. The way this is sounded. Willie, tell them where they can get after you.
You can find me at Panther Nasty on Twitter and YouTube. I'm where all the Panther fans at. I love this team, and I look forward to you guys. Thank you, C3.
Word. Hell yeah. Oh, I forgot. I should have iced up Hillary Clinton. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. I saw it.
You dang straight underestimated that man. And I say it's
Hillary. She got our ass kicked, too.
Yes, you did. Yeah. All right, Tripp, tell them how they can get after you.
You can find me at TrippMorgan6 on Twitter. TRIPP.
The double P. My name is Tony Dunn, a.k.a. The Professor, and this is the C3 Podcast brought to you by CarolinaCatChronicles.com. Go to our website and buy a I Stand With Cam t-shirt. It's of our design. I created the hashtag, it took off, and Legacy Line Lens helped me out to put together this awesome t-shirt. So thank you, Lynn. And please go purchase one. We could use it. We need to stand with the team and stand with Cam. You can also download, subscribe, share the show, maybe even consider giving us a donation to keep this thing going. And we will check you out next Tuesday night, 10 o'clock. And maybe we'll be celebrating this time.